What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? You're tuned in to the ArrowHead Chief Podcast, episode 168, Chiefs vs. Bills preview show. Hope everybody's having a good Friday night, Friday evening. We got a big game on Sunday afternoon, y'all. You know, big Buffalo Bills. We going to Orchard Park, people. We got to play the villain, snatch their hearts out. Time for Pat to be the Grim Reaper again. We got a lot to get into. Let's talk Chiefs.
Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to win him early, hear the truth. Tuning every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chiefs podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Quick style. Out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
And we are back. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, episode 168, Chiefs vs. Bills preview show. Wild card, Mar in the building. What's going on, brother?
Man, I can't call it, man. Hey, man, shout out Miss Nicole, man. She got you with the latest damn intro out there in the game, dog. Like, shout out to her, man. That shit lit, dog.
That's fam right there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my cousin, man. She laced me one. You know what I'm saying? But how you doing, man? You good? You good? You ready for this weekend, brother?
Hey, man. Not only am I all right, hey, life is good, you know, personal life, family good, health, we all in good standing. But as a Chief fan, man, I can't wait. I cannot wait because, you know, we got haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. And I'm cool. I am embracing it. Y'all want to make us the villain. Y'all want to make us a bad guy. It's okay. We be the bad guy then. Okay. We'll be the bad guy. Y'all want to make us the bad guy? We'll be the bad guy. It's okay. We'll be the bad guy to another one of these. Another banner that's a Super Bowl champ. I'm cool with it. Whatever.
I'm with it. Let's do it. Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
The evil empire in this bitch. Yeah.
Real.
I'm with it. Andy Reid, Lord Sith, baby. Let's go.
Let go.
Pat was supposed to be the chosen one. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they want to put somebody else ahead of him. All right, cool. Grim Reaper it up. Let's go.
Let's get it. Well, let's talk about DJ Ant should be popping in here pretty soon. He's probably on the road. Probably when we get to the house, he'll pop in here. But let's go ahead and get started, man. Talked about it a little bit on Tuesday, but I wanted to bring it back up. Patrick Mahomes' first game on the road in the playoffs. We are traveling to Orchard Park, and you know the narrative. All his games have been at home, and you know because he's had home field advantage, that's why he's getting the W's. You know, not because he's a great player, and you know not because his record on the road is actually better in the regular season than his home record because he turns up on the road. But that don't mean nothing to the national media and the people out there. It's always on the first, it's his first road game. He's going to Orchard Park. He should be fearful and scared. What's up, DJ Amp?
What up?
What up with you?
Yeah, just trying to hear all these different challenges. Of course, on the road in Vegas, one of Vegas, I guess, today.
Yeah, you in traffic?
Yeah.
Okay. Big Joe, what's cracking? But yeah, we was talking about Patrick Mahomes' first road game. We talked about it a little bit on Tuesday with Ed Easton. Shout out to Ed Easton for coming on the show this past Tuesday. But yeah, we talked about Patrick Mahomes' first road game and how everybody's looking at it like, oh, what can Patrick Mahomes do on the road? And the narrative: if we lose this game, it's gonna be like, oh, You know,
That's
he's got
the
to be at
crazy part.
home.
The crazy part about it shouldn't be the biggest narrative of this story. The reality of it is looking at that injury report. That's the biggest narrative to me.
I agree. Yeah,
Because
the
Gabe,
Bills
Gabe,
got a long list of injuries, important injuries too.
yeah, I think I seen grocery lists a little bit smaller than what I seen.
Yeah.
But dude, but Gabe Davis though, and him being out, usually he's the one that kills Kansas City every single time because he's so locked in on Stephon Diggs, and they might and Knox will sneak in there a couple times, but I don't like it for the Bills. I mean,
Well, he's the guy. I
I
mean, because I've always thought Gabe Davis is just a little overrated. I thought it was more so our secondary was just kind of trash.
yeah, until we play
I
the
mean,
Chiefs.
he was killing Mike. He was killing Mike Hughes last year. Mike Hughes was just terrified. Like anytime he saw Gabe Davis,
I don't want to hear nothing about Stumbleina. That fool tripped over his own. I never seen somebody trip over their own feet as bad as he.
he
I get
was
nightmares
scared,
looking at
man.
that.
He was
No,
scared.
he scared and lost are two completely different things. He was lost.
Yeah, he saw that man coming at him, and he fell on his own merit. It wasn't Gabe didn't even put a move on him. He didn't even shake him.
No.
He didn't put no head fake on him or nothing. He just was running. He was like, oh, he just fell. Like, oh no.
Hey,
That,
hey,
that was his bailout.
hey,
But
I got a question for y'all fellas real quick.
go ahead.
Which one's longest? The injury list for the Buffalo Bills or the Epstein list? Which one's longest? Because they're both pretty long.
Okay, I don't stay away from the Epstein. I leave that alone on this podcast. I'm good. I don't want nobody coming after me. I'm good. Take my channel away. Take my channel.
That's freaking terrible.
Hey,
I thought
bro.
this was cheese. I thought this was a cheese podcast.
Right.
Hey,
That's about the Epstein list.
hey, I kept it football related, man. I'm just trying to compare which one's longer. You know, the injury list for the Buffalo Bills or the Epstein list.
I'll say the Buffalo Bills. Let's say the Buffalo Bills. Just for
I'm
conversation.
going. That's my final answer by default.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo.
hey,
But
hey,
no, they had some important people on that list. Gabe Davis, a couple of linebackers on there, a couple
Missing
corners is on.
corners.
Yeah, so
Rap is out.
yeah, Rap is out the safety. So yeah, it's some significant injuries on there, and that's why I feel like
gotta take advantage.
and even yeah, we should be able to take advantage, especially at middle of that field. Running the football should be pretty easy. Their defensive line respectable. You know, Ed Oliver's been playing out of his mind.
Yeah, yes.
Um, he's been playing pretty good. Von Miller's there. You know, he's not what he used to be, but he's still formidable. You know, he's a
Hold on for
veteran.
dear life.
Yeah, he is. But
He on his way to retirement. The way he playing.
and then you still, you know, even though they're long in the tooth, you still got Michael Poyer. You got James Poyer and Michael Hyde back there. So they are formidable, you know, in certain spots. But I do think they're coming in wounded, almost close to how Miami was. And I feel like Miami had a better pass rusher on that line than they do. You know what I'm saying? Like Ed Oliver is cool, but he's not Christian Wilkinson.
Nah,
Like Christian Wilkinson is 10 times better than him. So if they don't get a pass rush on Pat and he has a clean pocket, it's going to be a long day for Buffalo. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea how they keep it. Yeah, I don't either because, and you know, it's funny. The national media, they want to put this narrative that Buffalo has just been like these world beaters, and they really haven't. You know, they struggled against the Chargers.
hmm
They struggled in the Miami game.
struggled against the
Josh Allen,
Giants, bro. Come on.
Josh Allen did his best job to try to get the game away.
Yeah.
It was just the Dolphins and Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like they choked.
Tua couldn't shut the door.
Right.
That dude has no accuracy. I mean, if I would have, and even so with the game plan, I thought they would have did more design quarterback runs to help him out. That's just what I thought would have happened. But they weren't even thinking that. I said that's just inexperience, and I guess in this weather and going against Andy Reid.
Yeah. But yeah, Buffalo, they have not been world beaters to me. And I don't feel like Josh Allen, there was
No,
this narrative that Josh Allen's been this MVP candidate. Like, no, he has not. He's turned the ball over every game. And if you listen to Buffalo fans, it's almost like they're like, oh yeah, it comes with the Josh Allen experience. You know, he turns the ball over. We take it. If he
no,
turns
get
the
out of
ball over
here.
two to three times in this game, Buffalo's getting smacked. I'm gonna tell you that
So the
right now.
so so the Josh. I mean, man, we go back for years and everything as far as all the different excuses that they make for this guy. It's getting ridiculous, and even so, how things are catered for him, and then they still find a way to screw it up. Let's just call it for what it is. I'm just
Yeah,
so it's with the Buffalo Bills Mafia pages, all them. They need to cancel their page if they lose again this weekend. Just close it for a week. That's
yeah. I
just how I
just
feel.
no, I feel you. I agree. Like the pressure's on them at the end of the day. If they don't win this game, I don't know when they're going to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. I don't know when because the Chiefs are going to be a better version of themselves next year,
Hmm.
especially at the receiver position. Please believe
Actually,
that Brett Veach is going to go out there and get some receivers.
Oh, he's going to address it
oh,
immediately.
the joke will be on everybody if this Chiefs team makes it to the AFC Championship game. Realistically,
Yeah.
if you really think about it. I mean, with this, the receiving core and a lot of different things that they were struggling with, and all the issues, and they're able to overcome that. It's almost like last year all over again, but in a different sense. Like last year is supposed to be their year to beat them with the tough schedule. This year is supposed to be their year to beat them because of the receivers and they can't catch and all these other different things. I mean, it's almost like if they're picking a flaw, if it doesn't work, then so be it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look, I get it. National media, they want something to talk about. Oh, Patrick's first game on the road. I don't think it matters. It
No,
is at the end of the day, you still gotta. Football is about matchups. It's about how each other can match up against each other's teams with the injuries. So let's go ahead and, you know what, Bills fans, Bills Mafia, let's do us. We're going to do you guys a favor. All right. We're going to give you two things to look for. So after you lose this game, y'all can bitch and moan and cry and give your excuses on why you lost. All right. One, we already talked about your injury issues. All right. So there's caveat number one that y'all can cry about after Sunday and excuses on why you lost. And two, because of the weather, it pushed the game back from Sunday to Monday. Chiefs played Saturday night. That gives us at least a couple of days of extra rest for the Chiefs players. So there's your two excuses given
right.
to y'all, my Chiefs fans. All right. So go ahead and take those, put those in your little box of excuses, and then you can open that box up Sunday night. And we just gave you the first two. Then y'all can come up with any other excuse after that. So, hey man, at the end of the day, man, I ain't trying to hear about the narrative about Patrick's first game. You think it matters?
No.
What's really gonna matter is the fact that the national media keeps disrespecting Patrick and putting Josh Allen in front of him. And if you think
Exactly.
somebody of Patrick Mahomes' caliber ain't motivated by stuff like that, go ask every time Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Roger Federer, ask cats like
Tiger
that.
Woods.
Tiger Woods, who was disrespected by the national media of trying to put people in front of them, knowing damn well that the guy you trying to disrespect is the best. You know it. You
Mm-hmm.
know it.
Mhm.
Stop it. You trying to keep disrespecting Patrick like this. All you doing is setting yourself up for a long Sunday night of boo-hooing, some sad singing and flower bringing. That's the only thing you're setting yourself up for, because you keep wanting to nitpick. Oh, it's Patrick's first game on the road. Well, that ain't his fault that him and his teammates took care of business and all the games end up at Arrowhead. That ain't Patrick's fault. That ain't the Chiefs' fault.
Oh, realistically, Patrick Mahomes should have been had a road game. Like I said,
Yeah.
we could
Mm-hmm.
go back. We can go back in history. I mean, remember when the Buffalo Bills choked to the Jacksonville Jaguars and Josh Allen got Josh Allen? That
Mm-hmm.
was that one game difference. I'm just saying, it's
Mhm.
like all these different things and all these different narratives that they want to paint and all this other stuff. Well, it's like they keep having it against. Well, don't choke. Nobody asked you guys to lose at home and do these ridiculous ways of sabotage. And now it's in great hands. Y'all had a chance to where y'all could have had a home game last year.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
then they already had the home neutral field. They catered. Let's call it for what it is. The league catered it for y'all on a silver platter, and couldn't get past the Cool Joe and the Bengals throwing circle passes and all this other stuff, clowning y'all, and then had to probably distribute the biggest refund in NFL history because of what they did.
Yeah.
That's called
Yeah.
for what it is.
Last
Well,
year,
I mean, I'm not sure Dallas, had anything to do with it, with them choking. They might actually have the biggest refund because they was probably selling tickets to the next round and couldn't get past this last round. So I could be wrong.
yeah.
Sorry,
Last,
I'm sorry.
yeah, crazy.
On
But
what it is.
last year, I'll pitch him a little bill because of the whole Damar Hamlin thing. I think that like sucked the energy out of them or whatever, whatnot. And Devon Miller injury really sucked the energy out of them. When he went down last year, it was kind of like you could tell,
Yeah,
like
but
they were
Chris,
kind
come
of.
on, man. You putting all the defensive success on a 33-year-old, 34-year-old dude that's already
He,
had
I'm
ACL.
gonna be real. It's crazy to say that, but he was playing so lights out
Oh,
that
he was. He was. But
he
what I'm
he he
saying,
took them over the top as far as defensively, as far as the pass rush go. But
no,
once he got hurt,
I'm not
that
disagreeing with
whole
that.
change.
But what I'm saying is the fact that they even gave a 33, 34-year-old player that type of
That type of
contract.
money, yeah, it was a lot. It was a
Yeah.
lot.
Like this dude
'Cause I
just had
remember,
ACL injury like 2
mhm,
years ago. And,
yeah,
and an ACL injury in your 30s, and that ain't the same as an ACL injury in your 20s. That is not the same.
it's not.
Um, look, Buffalo to me have had fundamental flaws when it comes to how they built their team. Do they have veteran presence? Yes, but the problem is your veteran presence are all sprinkled around your starters on both offense and defense. So when they
Mhm,
get hurt, who you gonna rely on? And then, especially on offense, you fall back to Josh Allen superhero ball because
mhm.
you can't. You lock down Stephon Diggs. Well, we seen that happen before. We acting like Stephon Diggs been in every game, killing every defense.
He hasn't.
No.
He's had a down year this year,
Yeah,
it has also to do with they've changed since Joe Brady has taken over.
yeah,
They've changed the offense.
that's fair.
It's more. They run the football a lot more with James Cook,
Hmm.
and they're doing more two tight end sets with him with Kincaid and
And Knox,
Knox, and Kincaid has been coming along this last part of the season,
yeah,
which I would say if anything concerns me is him, him versus Justin Reed. That's going to be the matchup that you got to watch out for because man. Um, but even with that, I don't think that's enough.
mm-mm,
Like for me, I think Buffalo. Josh Allen has to play out of his mind. Like he's got to be throwing, running. Uh, Diggs would have to be the one to take it to another level.
hmm,
Like like if Diggs don't have north of 100 yards, I don't see how they win this game.
yeah,
I don't see how they. If Cook doesn't have at least 80 yards on the ground and another 40 on the receiving and a
hmm.
couple of touchdowns, I don't see how they win this game.
Hey,
Like
I'm with you.
and people understand that we didn't have Pacheco in the regular season when we played them.
We didn't
We
have
didn't
both.
have Drew. We didn't have Drew Tranquil. Nick Bolton had just came back, so he was
Yes,
rusty.
yes,
He was rusty, and he was still coming back from that injury, so he wasn't fully 100% when he was on that field. You could tell where he was running around. He was missing assignments, missing gaps. That was the one touchdown that James Cook got. He missed
hmm.
a gap. You know what I'm saying? When do we know Nick Bolton to miss a gap?
Not like that.
Never, never. So I'm just saying. I think that we're healthier. This defense, if this defense looked like how it looked last week,
Oh boy, stop.
it's gonna be a long day for them. And I'm not saying Josh Allen is Tua, but it's gonna be a long day for Buffalo.
Hey. that I'm glad you said that, and that's why that's why I'm really hating this their national media trying to put so much emphasis on Pat Mahomes' first road game. Like, come on, man, you really ignoring a lot of things that are in favor for the Chiefs in this
Mm-hmm.
game. They're
Mm-hmm.
completely ignoring, but no, we gotta. Hey, man, Josh Allen, he's the savior of AFC football. Okay, right. Sit down.
Like
Pipe
what cracks me up with the Buffalo Bill narrative that they always play championship football. They haven't won anything. How do you play championship football when you've
You ain't
never won anything? The one time you went to the AFC championship game, you got smoked
smoked.
bad. It was not close. The only reason why you guys went up 10-0, you scored that little touchdown, and then you scored because Miko fumbled the football on the punt.
hmm
He muffed the punt, and then y'all went up 10-0, and then after that, it was smoking a
Like,
cloud of dust.
and that wasn't even nowhere close as good as the defense that was. Not even
No,
close.
not even nowhere near it. Like
Not
that's what
even
I'm
close.
saying. My
You
thing
know
about
what?
this, go ahead.
I'm convinced they just doing that and painting that narrative to rake people's money. I'm convinced. That's the only reason I can think of.
Trust me, Vegas about to rake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Vegas about
convinced
to rake.
they just raking people's money using that narrative. He'd never be on the road. Oh, I got to put 100 on it.
Hey,
Like, all
hey,
right, we'll see how
hey,
that goes.
hey, trust. Hey, the moment I saw Vegas put that plus on by Casey, I said, "Up, put some money on him. Let's go."
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
ran to my DraftKings app. I said, "Oh, y'all really think it's like that?" See, yep, here we go. I said, "I'm about to get some. Hey, baby, we about to eat steak and lobster at the Sunday night, baby. Hell yeah, we about to eat good."
Honestly, 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 I think it's on the special points this week. I really do. I think the special point spread might be a good look to. I don't think there's enough people looking at it, but I think it's a good chance to do it this week because I could see even with that injury report, I could see the Chiefs beating them by 2 scores. I could see it, despite
I can too.
how much we criticize the receivers. I just got a feeling this might be one of those
Mm-hmm.
2 score. The Chiefs win by 9. I can see it, maybe more than 9.
Well,
I think
I,
go,
I don't know.
go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
I just think it's just because I just think Mahomes I just have a gut feeling he's hearing all this bullshit and he's about to be like, did y'all forget? Did y'all not read my resume before I walked in this piece? Did you not see what I've been doing since I became starter in 2018? Did you not see why I'm that dude? I really think that he's really looking at a lot of the disrespect that he's been getting, not just this week, which is on a maximum level this week. It's been outrageous. But
Mm-hmm.
look,
Yeah,
just the whole narrative all season, and don't get me wrong, some of it's been warranted. I mean, we didn't talk many of times. I didn't said it on my own
yeah,
podcast about the offense and how they haven't looked in sync like they've always. Look, that's cool. I can give the national media that, but we can't just continue and try to sit here and try to anoint other people in front of Patrick Mahomes year in and year out, and nobody's resume at quarterback position measures up. That's a fact, Jack. Look, like
Mm-hmm.
you can't. You look, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. You line them up. Name a quarterback in the league right now and line it up against Patrick's.
Nobody.
Stop.
They try to act like they try to act like they.
Shut up, Ed. You wow,
look,
man.
the narrative, the
Oh,
narrative should be, and if the narrative for this year should be, despite the woes, this is proof that the Chiefs have not don't have to put up 30 points to beat you. And they're beating these teams. They're showing them they can win in a whole different way. That's been the narrative this year. Despite the turnovers, despite all the ugliness we've seen, despite that he had to put up the numbers that we're accustomed to, the Chiefs are just winning in a different way. And Mahomes is still finding ways to get it done. is just enough. I'm not going to sit here and call him a game manager. No, I think that's beyond crazy because Mahomes can take over a game any given
Oh,
time.
no,
But it's
no,
not.
no,
We're not talking about the guys. We're not talking like in the same boat as Purdy. And I've heard a lot of discussion about him. And people saying he being disrespected too, but I don't feel that way. That's just me.
anybody that
But
Patrick
it's
Mahomes
just a
game
different
manager, you should never, ever, 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 ever talk football ever again.
consider
Well,
shuffleboard. That's just where it is.
You to consider
well, well.
boy.
The national media, they killed Cam Newton for telling the truth about some of these quarterbacks. But I digress.
Cam Newton, Cam Newton getting into it with the co-host of the herd. That's how I'm like, dude, like just shut up.
He's the worst.
Oh man,
Run your
McIntyre,
podcast and be
he's the
done.
worst.
he's trash, dog.
He is
He's
the
trash.
worst. What he say?
He he
What he
he
say?
he,
He
he,
said the Chiefs can't blow anybody out. I wouldn't be surprised if they got blown out. Nobody blown us out all season. The only time we got blown out, what was the Packers game?
I don't even really consider that
if
a
that
If that,
that one even a blowout. If any
bro.
McIntyre, he'll flip flop anyway. He'll talk about the Chiefs can get blown out, and they don't mess around talking about, well, I can't see myself betting against Mahomes. He flip flop and all that other stuff. So
That's
I'm like, it's like that ain't no
Colin
surprise.
does that too. Colin with 1 week he's on the they're the grown ups and the Chiefs are the veterans and then next thing you know, Josh Allen this and
Mahomes
Josh
and
Allen that.
Andy Reid. Andy Reid.
I don't think
Two
they're
of the
good
top
enough.
offensive minded head coaches. And I
Yeah.
tried to warn you. No, you didn't. You cost half society money.
Wrong with national media. They have no accountability. They can make
they don't.
statements and then you check them on it. Oh, I don't know what you remember last year. All of them said we wasn't gonna make the playoffs and make the Super Bowl. They don't won
You
the
know,
Super Bowl. Nobody said that the Chiefs weren't gonna make the Super Bowl. And then we had like
you got receipts like crazy.
a highlight reel of like 20 media people saying
The deep. I mean,
And they all got
I mean, Putin wasn't even getting his respect.
when we dropped them receipts. They all got butt hurt when we dropped them receipts. Trust me. Hey, you media fools, listen up. If you ever happen to see this, we got receipts on all of y'all. We did it last year, and trust and believe, we've been collecting receipts like a mug because I got a lot of bookmarks on my damn
Oh,
Twitter account, and I can't wait to drop them sons of bitches on all of y'all. Fact of the matter is y'all keep coming up with these narratives. Stop it. Y'all can say whatever you want. You know what? You know what you can't debate is look at the categories y'all care about so much. You analysts when it comes to passing yards, completion percentage, touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes down here is still a top 10 quarterback in all of the league. So a down year for him is still better than 3/4 of the NFL. What are we doing, bro? Keep coming up with these narratives. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's gonna be a whole bunch of sad singing and flower bringing Sunday night, and I cannot wait.
wait.
Cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Hey. And we're gonna get into this later. I'm do a other game picks. Don't let Houston go to
Oh my
Baltimore.
goodness. Hey, Chris, I've already been thinking
I'm do not sleep on
hey, let Mahomes
Houston. I just got a feeling.
roll the AFC championship game in Arrowhead. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
Back on.
Do not let Baltimore lay an egg against Houston. And we got the AFC Chief Invitational and Arrowhead again. I'm gonna lose my damn mind on the
I'm gonna
timeline.
lose it, bro. I'm with you. I am with you.
I'm gonna lose my damn mind on the timeline.
Nick,
Hey, it
Nick
ain't our
Wright,
fault because then
ain't-
the narrative is always rigged. They want the Chiefs to win. Baltimore didn't handle business. It's our fault that Baltimore didn't handle business. Okay,
Nick Wright
we'll
gonna be the
take
most hated man in America.
that. It's our fault. It's our fault that the Odell Beckham and Zay Flowers and Dalvin Cook coming off the street didn't and Lamar Jackson didn't do what they were supposed to do. Because I've always said the carpet is rolled out. It's rolled out for Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, this is y'all year. The Chiefs are wounded. They're down.
Mm-hmm.
This is the weakest version of the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, with y'all, like I said, all the pressure is on everybody else.
Facts.
Because we won Super Bowls. We've been here before. We've done this. You know? Not to say that Pat ain't hungry. Of course he's hungry because he's on to trying to reach Tom Brady and Joe Montana and those guys.
Of course.
The Peyton Mannings, those guys.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get those guys. He's not worried about the Joe Burrows and the Josh Allen. Like that. Those are kids. They in the kiddie pool still, man. We over here in the wave pool, man.
Yeah. We in the deep end. He trying to he's chasing cats that got that won something. Not this off-season championship award, you know, the 2023-2024 free agency team award and hype award. You know, we talking about Mahomes is the resume says it for itself. Substance. It ain't fluff. It got championship written all over that. He's chasing cats that got rings, multiple, not zero. not this hype train.
Like, specifically, he's chasing the dude that was in New England and then ended in Tampa Bay. That's what he's chasing. He wants that.
Yes, sir.
Because he wants to be the greatest of all time. Even if he don't get that, he wants to be the greatest of all times. You know he does.
Facts.
He had.
If it's bad enough that Patrick Mahomes being with one leg,
and he did it, and he did it with one leg, and he was better than most. He's better than every quarterback on the field, other than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was the only one that was matching him on the field. I give Jalen Hurts that last year in that Super Bowl. But other than that, Trevor Lawrence couldn't match him.
Nope.
Joe Burrows couldn't match him.
Nope.
So
Josh Allen couldn't match him.
Yeah.
Nope.
But on one leg, Patrick Mahomes is better than most quarterbacks, if not all of them.
Yeah, he was the best because at the end of them clock his zeros, y'all saw who was hoisting that trophy, man. That make you the best. Not no AP, not no panel who ain't never played a down in football in their life voting. No, what make you the best is when you put up that Vince Lombardi trophy in the air, and that says you the best. So, hey man, y'all keep riding that narrative. I don't give a damn. It's Patrick Mahomes' first game. Y'all didn't piss that man off. He about to kill y'all, bro. He about to be on demon time, dog.
See Bobby out there. He retweeting everything.
Bobby. Hey, Bobby been like, yep. Hey, Patrick, here's another piece of motivation.
Bobby been retweeting everything.
Hey, but you gotta love that. Your strength and conditioning coach, your private coach is over there. He's tapping into the monster side of you. Hey man, I'm trying to tell these people, and obviously us being Chiefs fans, we see this. This dude Mahomes is on a Mamba, MJ, killer mode, Tiger Woods type of mentality. He's looking for any type of way to motivate him to kill you, and y'all didn't gave it to him. So you reap what you sow.
And it's crazy how y'all keep doing that. Like if I'm anything, I'll be like, Patrick Mahomes is the best in the world. He's the greatest.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna come out there and put out a show, so we got to be on our P's and Q's. And like, I wouldn't be like, oh man, the Chiefs are down. They ain't got no receivers over there. All right. Rashee Rice is just getting better and better.
Every game he's getting better and better. He really is.
Put back-to-back 100-yard games. I'm just saying.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, they ain't gonna be talking about Mahomes' road game. They're gonna be like, man, it sounds like Arrowhead in their bitch. Yeah, watch him stay and start emptying now.
Throwing snowballs at each other. Throwing snowballs and stuff at each other.
I'm telling you.
Doing like they was throwing snowballs at the Steelers. All right. We ain't the Steelers.
We are not the Steelers.
We ain't the Steelers.
This ain't the same, bro.
It ain't the same. It's new air over here. It's new air. It's close to mile high over here. You can't breathe barely. It's space. I mean, it's space.
Hey, facts, dog.
All right, man. Let's talk about embracing the villain role we was talking about before we went on air.
Mm-hmm.
We are the villain, Chiefs Kingdom. They hate us,
Sure do.
and when you're on top, they say heavy is the crown. Heavy is the head. Where's the crown? You know what I'm saying? When you're
Mm.
the king,
Hey.
they want to shoot at you. You know what I'm saying? They want to take. They want to. They want you to crumble.
Mm.
People in sports, and I never understood this, but in sports, people do not like somebody who consistently wins.
Mm.
They hated the Patriots for the
Yep.
longest, which I get it. They kind of came off as arrogant, and,
Yeah.
whatever. But, people hated the Patriots winning all the time. They probably didn't like when the 49ers was winning in the 80s and, the Cowboys in the early 90s. And, they didn't like that. Or, the Bulls, the 90 Bulls, they didn't like them winning. The Lakers was probably, when they was winning all their championships. The Celtics back in the day when they was winning. I'm pretty for sure at some point, people hated them too. And that's
Mm-hmm.
where we at right now, man. They hate us because every year the AFC Championship game is in Arrowhead,
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
and 9 times out of 10, Patrick Mahomes is going to end up in the Super Bowl.
Mm. Well.
Let's talk about it. The first game, the first year that he started, took him all the way to the AFC Championship game, and if for 5-5 wasn't offsides,
Oh my
he would
God.
went to
Please
the
don't.
he would have went to the Super Bowl his first year, and probably would have beat the Rams because they couldn't score but 3 points.
Mm.
Then the
I,
following year, he
uh,
backs it up, goes win the Super Bowl.
uh,
The following year, we go back to back Super Bowls. And if his offensive line wasn't the offensive line from, I don't know, Jackson State
damn. A Pop Warner team.
against that defensive line, JPP and
Yeah.
all
Shaq
them,
Barrett.
Jack Barrett and Vita Vea had just came back off an injury miraculously, of
Mm.
course, because everybody comes off an injury report when they play the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's arm was falling off last game, and now all of a sudden he's healthy.
I'm healthy. Wait, Mahomes? Yeah, I'm healthy. Yeah.
So we are the villain, and I love it. I love this.
Every
I've
second of
always I've always wanted to feel this way.
it. Mm-hmm.
I know. Chiefs Kingdom. We fight amongst each other because we want perfection. If it doesn't look a certain way like it did last year or the years before, where we're scoring 30 and 40 points a game, and you know Patrick Mahomes is hot dogging it and profiling and styling, and Travis Kelsey is doing the latest new dance from TikTok. If it don't look like that, most Chiefs Kingdom, they don't like that. They didn't like this version of the Chiefs. Play good defense, run Pacheco, and Patrick Mahomes, you pick your spots. When it's time to be great, I need you to
Be
be
great.
great. But right now, play within the offense. Let's hand this ball off to Pacheco. You hit Rasheed Rice. You hit Travis Kelsey. And then every now and then, you may take a deep shot to Miko if Miko doesn't pull up on his routes. But take a deep shot to Miko.
I saw what you did there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And maybe even though he's not gonna catch it, you still got to run MVS down the field and throw something to him because you got to keep the defense honest.
That's it.
But at the end of the day, this defense is gonna close the door like they all been doing all season, and they just been begging the offense, "Hey man, just give us the 24, baby. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
You just get the 24. We got you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we need." And I think they finally have embraced that since the Cincinnati game. They are finally embraced. who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Bump it. This defense is elite. This is a Super Bowl winning defense. We get
Facts.
in the red zone. Okay, we don't convert. Let's take the points. Let's take the 3 points. Pump it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's just keep on doing that. Let's
Mm-hmm.
not do nothing crazy. Let's, Pat, take care of the football in the end zone. Don't give them no extra possessions. Let's just take the points because our defense is that elite. And I tell
Facts.
you right now, if they play like this, like they played last week in this game, it's gonna be a long day. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be a long day in
Hey man.
Orchard Park.
Hey. I mean,
If Charles Omenihu, Chris Jones, Big George, and Mike
like,
Dana,
yeah.
and then Jarius Sneed is throwing Stephon Diggs on the ground, slam dancing him.
Mm. Mm. Yeah,
I
man.
need Justin Reed. Look, man, I know coverage wise, you could be a little bit of a liability against tight ends, but as soon as Kincaid gets that ball, you hit him
Smack him.
and hit him hard.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure he understands this is gonna be a long day. Yeah, you may catch the ball, but you gonna have a long day with me.
Ooh, it hurt.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Mm.
Cause I'm gonna hurt you.
Nice catch. Did it hurt? Okay.
Yeah. I see you rolling on the ground, grabbing
Mm-hmm.
your ribs.
Mm. Hey, we sure do like barbecue around here in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
when Josh Allen is running the
Hit him.
football,
Oh my God. Hit his ass. Oh my God.
I don't want to see that arm tackle
Oh my
trying to
goodness.
wrap your arms. No,
Oh.
fold
Hey,
his ass up.
hey, Chris. Hey man, that's been my biggest thing about this game right here is you see that big summer month bitch 17 running. Oh, I can't wait to see Nick, Willie, Andrew hit his big ass, hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Because ain't none of that fake sliding, ain't none of that, arm tackling. No, man. Hey, man, but you just said it. We like ribs around here. Mm, tear them up.
Hit him right in between the numbers.
1 and 7.
And if
Right
it take two of y'all to do it,
there.
damn
So
it,
be
do it.
hit
If
his
one
ass.
of you got to hold his ass up, wrap him up, and hold him, while the other one smash him,
Do it.
so be it. And even if he gets a first down, just
Hey, but
early, hit
you
him
bring
early.
you bring up a good point. Even if another guy holds him and hit him, he'll stop that running shit real quick. He's like, hey, Brady, no, let's not call that.
Them design runs, yeah.
Take that out.
We was
Take that
waiting
out.
for that.
Hey man, take that play out. I
Yo,
want
like,
to. I,
nah,
I
man.
want to see him checking some shit at the line of scrimmage. He's like, nah, take
We
check,
want to
check.
make we want him to be one dimensional
Mm-hmm,
to where he force him into a mistake. Where he try to do too much.
mm-hmm,
If he gets down early, if we get
mm,
up on them early, he's gonna try some stuff. He's gonna play hero ball. That is his DNA. He can't help himself. He
hey,
will force stuff. He's gonna try to throw some stuff, and that's another thing. We got to get turnovers. We got
got to.
turnover. We got to turn over them in the regular season. Shamari
Mm-hmm,
Connor got that interception, but still, we got to get picks. We got to get fumbles, and they got to convert them into points. Can't be no 3 and out. And Andy Reid, when you got him against the ropes, man, don't let up.
hey man, I need you to
Don't-
go boondock. Stomp him in the nuts. Stomp him in the nuts.
Yeah, you gotta take him out, man.
For real.
I don't want to see that. Oh, I gotta say something because if the Ravens and the Texans, nah,
Mm-mm.
no, I don't
We
want
don't
to see
like
that.
them. They don't like us.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We were about them later.
We don't like Buffalo. Buffalo don't like us. We gonna stop them.
Because at the end of the day, the Ravens are a whole nother animal. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
We'll handle that business when we get there. If we get there, maybe Unless it's the Texans and we at home. Then we handle that business.
Mm-hmm.
But
We in the AFC Championship game. I'm willing. I got that much faith.
I
We
think
in the
so.
AFC Championship game.
I mean, you got to prove it to me. You got to prove it. We the champs until somebody else take it.
We the champs until we ain't. And the
Mhm.
fact of the matter is, and you talking about embracing the villain role, like I said earlier, I love it. Yeah, that's you want to look. You know what? Before I was happily married, girlfriends be like, "Oh, you would cheat? You ain't." Well, I ain't doing nothing, but since you keep accusing me of it, anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all saying we arrogant, we cocky. I'm gonna be on some real arrogant shit. We in the AFC Championship game because I see what I see in the Chiefs, and I see what I see in the Buffalo Bills.
Mhm.
The Buffalo Bills ain't proved nothing. They went on a nice run at the end of the season. Lucky for them. Lucky for them. Ain't nobody else wanted to win the division. Dolphins. So lucky for them. But the fact of the matter is, they ain't won nothing. I'm with Nani. None of that ring around the rosy. Man, hey man, this needs to be a straight up take care of your P's and Q's, dot your I's, and cross your T's situation, handle business. And when you up, man, you step on their throat. Nope, coming off
Mhm.
the gas. Matter of fact, I want this to be I want Sean McDermott to get mad at Andy Reid for running up the score. That's how bad I want it to be.
He'll never do that. Andy will never do that to one of his
You
people.
know, that
That's
ain't
his
gonna
people.
happen.
That's his people.
Nah.
He would do. He would show up his people.
Nah, damn. And see, that's the problem that I got. I don't peoples or not. Hey man, it's me or you. Is
I hear you, but Andy will never do that to one of his people. He has too much respect for Sean McDermott to
The
do that.
only the only the only head coaching question that would be if that were to happen is does McDermott keep his job? That would be the only question.
Uh, I think if we blow him out by 2 or 3 scores, then I think that it's gonna be a conversation. It definitely be a conversation.
yeah. Because look
Hmm.
at it this way, and I've always said this about Sean McDermott. Um, he gets a lot of praise for bringing, I guess, regular season success back to Buffalo, playoff appearances back to Buffalo because they went on that drought for a minute. Where they weren't seeing nothing, no type of playoff success or anything. I think the last time before they went to the AFC Championship game in 2000 was or 99 or whatever season that was that they went against the Chiefs. I think it was the last time was a Music City Miracle was 99 or something like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
So you talking about like almost 20 something years that they've even sniffed the playoffs. So he gets credit for building the team back up. The only problem is when you see the Buffalo Bills, they get AFC Championship game, then they lose the 13-second divisional game, then they lose divisional game to Cincinnati last year. They gonna lose divisional game this Sunday. So you look at you went up, but then you pretty much flatline, and all you keep doing is you know
The,
keep
on,
peaking.
the only thing I could see him keeping his job is because all the big time coaches are probably about to get hired.
True, and
You know,
not too much left out there,
yeah, because Belichick is probably going to get the Falcons job.
which is crazy.
Yeah, I know Belichick with the Falcons.
Hot Atlanta.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
That's
that's
stupid.
crazy.
That makes no sense to me at
Well,
all.
well, well,
It doesn't make
hold on,
sense.
Ed. I thought about it the other night. It's really not that crazy. Really think about it. So you got a solid defense over there. You know what Belichick can do on the defensive side of the ball, coaching it up. All right. You look
Hmm.
at the offensive side.
Hmm.
You got some pieces over there. You really do. You
Hmm.
can cater to what Belichick loves to do, which is run the ball, control the clock, and play defense. That's always been his moniker in coaching. You you pretty just need to make sure you got a quarterback that's not gonna mess it up when you call on him to make a play, which is obviously not Desmond Ritter. Let's be honest. So yeah, I think you definitely make a move at quarterback.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really not too bad of a crazy move for
Hmm.
Atlanta to really make that. I don't think it's not a bad move. And look at it this way: He's in the NFC South. Let's be honest, gentlemen. All three of us can coach a team in the NFC South and get
That's
playoffs.
crazy.
So, I mean,
That's
you
crazy.
know.
Ain't
That's
nothing there.
That's nasty work right
Ain't
there.
nothing there.
That's nasty work right there.
Hey, I mean, just let me know when I'm wrong, though.
No, you're not. You're not.
So it's not bad. It's not bad. But hey, just as much as the players got to embrace the villain role, I've embraced it too, and I love it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Get respect. Go to McDermott, blow it, and then go to the Bills. Belichick. That whole respect crap. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
Chiefs 26, Bills 24. Bucket hits game winner on the last play. Best Bills channel or not? Okay, so we got a real Bills fan that knows the truth. That's what's up.
the truth about losing.
That's messed up.
Losing four straight Super Bowl appearances, you lose. You keep running into Mahomes, you lose. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, and obviously, we are all create Chiefs content and Chiefs fans. I'm not saying that it's impossible for the Bills to win it.
No, not at all. They're
It
at home. The
yeah
crowd's gonna be crazy. Josh Allen is arguably the second
yeah.
to third best quarterback in the league.
yeah.
They're here for a reason. You know what I'm
Oh, of
saying?
course.
So I would never say disrespect them like
They,
that. I just think that there's a lot of factors that people are not accounting for when it comes to Buffalo. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
I'm with you.
You
I
know
was
that injury.
I would say the only other dangerous
There's only
thing
so many injuries you can
about
have on
Buffalo,
defense,
hmm
yeah,
and feeling like I don't. If you're Buffalo, I just don't get comfortable. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it's gonna be a dogfight. It's not gonna be y'all. We coming into Archer Park and y'all about to smash us. That's not what's
Nah,
gonna
no,
happen. Our defense is too good for that.
Yeah, y'all not gonna Pittsburgh Steelers us.
Yeah, you're not dealing with Mason Rudolph.
no,
Like literally in that first quarter, Mason Rudolph was literally like he would get the ball and he would stare down his receiver and
Mm,
wait till he get open. Literally wait till he get open and throw it to him. That end zone pick that he threw, like he stared Elam down. Like Elam, he should have picked that off, and he was
yeah.
getting cooked down the field. Elam is trash, by the way. He's not that good. He is not a good cornerback. That's why I laugh every time I see his ass on the field because it was like, how we got Trent McDuffie and y'all got E. I had the constellation prize in Elam because y'all wanted Trent McDuffie and we jumped right in front of y'all asses and got him. And now he's an all pro. You got the cold bum over here. He ain't even gonna be on the team next year.
mm, well,
dang,
yeah. How you follow that up?
Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I
hey,
lying?
hey, hey! If you was
I,
lying, you
dude.
said something,
hey,
man.
I want
You ain't got shit
please
to say, dog.
listen to me, please. Elam, guard Rasheed Rice,
Mm,
please.
mm,
101, press man. Let me see that.
mm. I wish
Hell,
they
you
would.
can guard Miko. Guard Miko, 101.
I wish they would.
Just do it. Press man.
I wish they would. Oh my goodness. Oh, I wish they would. Rasheed gonna put $150 up in before half, bro. If they man press him with Elam.
Please do it. I want to see
Mm,
it. I
mm.
want to see it. All right, man. Let's talk about who are the 5 most important players for the Chiefs in this game. We'll start with you, Mar.
Oh man. I mean, I'm obviously there's a couple of names in here that I think are probably gonna get obvious names. Chris Jones for sure.
Right.
L'Jarius Sneed,
Yeah.
because I would have him on Diggs all day. I
Mhm.
would actually even have him travel with Diggs.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm gonna go definitely. I'm gonna combine these two, Jawan Taylor and
Donovan Smith.
and Donovan Smith. So
Mhm.
that's my third one. Willie Gay. Willie Gay is one of them
Mhm.
because I actually like Willie Gay's pass coverage, and I actually hope that he can help against Kincaid and Knox because he has the speed to do it.
Mhm.
But then again, I love Willie Gay, and it's not a knock on Willie Gay, but this is what I've always noticed with Willie is I love and hate his speed, and I say it
Mhm.
that way because I love his speed because it puts him in position to be at the football at any point in time in the game.
Mhm.
All right. But I hate his speed is because he over pursues sometimes and it puts him out of position to make a clean tackle or, make an interception.
You know who Willie reminds me of? I'm about to date myself, but for those who watched the Mighty Ducks, what was old boy's name? That he was fast as shit, but he couldn't stop on the skates. Okay, that's Willie Gay.
Oh, the Hispanic dude.
Huh?
Dang it.
He was in the
Um,
sand. He was in the
Yeah.
Sandlot game
man,
too.
what is it? That's gonna bug me now.
Yeah,
But
because
he was fast. He was fast as
That's
shit,
gonna bug
but
the
he couldn't
crap out of me
stop.
now.
He could not stop for nothing.
no,
That's
I know
Willie
what you're
Gay.
saying. I know exactly what you're talking about because his name's on the tip of my tongue, and I'm like you, and it's gonna piss me off that I can't remember his name. But yeah, but Willie Gay for sure. And obviously, I saw the tweet that he put up. It might have been in my last game at Arrowhead. I hope it's not. But we got to be honest. This is Willie's come up playoff run to get a nice little contract in free agency, whether it's the Chiefs or not. So
Luis, that's it.
Yeah,
His name is Luis.
yeah.
there it is. And number 5,
Yep.
and
Mendoza. Luis
oh
Mendoza.
yeah. That's good. And then and number 5, I'm gonna actually say Spags if he can continue to dial up some good defense that sets that he's been dialing up all season to be as dominant as the Chiefs has been. I think Spags has been just as important, and I got to give him his credit, man. When Spags got here, I was kind of skeptical sometimes. I was some of his play sets and play calls I was questioning, but he's helped us win 2 Super Bowls, and he's definitely for sure put on the field the best defense that we have seen under Andy Reid since he's been here. This is by far the best defense we have ever seen under Andy Reid, and Spags has a big hand in that. So those would probably be my most important Chiefs in going into this game.
For sure. What you got, Ant? Probably ain't there. He probably busy. I'll go ahead and go. 5 most important Chiefs to me is Rasheed Rice, Isaiah Pacheco, Drew Tranquil, because I think he's going to be guarding James Cook, and he might be even guarding some of those tight ends, Knox or Kincaid.
Yeah.
That's 3. There's 3. Mm-hmm. L'Jarius Sneed and Willie Gay. Willie Gay. Willie Gay.
Yeah.
Or Jawan Taylor. I say Jawan Taylor because with that crowd noise, you know they're going to be targeting Jawan Taylor. You know they are.
Oh yeah.
And if he has anything that looks like a false start,
Yep.
man, they going to
They
throw that
calling it.
flag.
Yeah, they
They going
calling
to
it.
throw that flag.
Sneak.
Anything, even if it ain't a false start.
Sneeze, they're gonna call a false start.
Say that again. You're breaking up. Now you sound like a Drake song.
Call me on my cell phone.
The beeping in this beep, beep.
Oh, that's wild.
All right, let's get to the game. Chiefs on offense. Mar, what do they got to do to win this game?
I mean, I think you kind of alluded to it earlier, and we kind of said it on previous shows on here. Just embrace what you are. Be execute and be elite at the simple things.
Mm-hmm.
Execute and be elite at the simple things. No false starts. Protect the football. Control the clock. Because especially on control the clock and turnovers. You don't want to give Josh Allen extra possessions. You don't want to expose your defense to be on the field for a lot of possessions. And controlling the clock, as in giving your defense rest, and it helps your defense by having Mahomes on the field, but it helps having Josh Allen off of it. Josh Allen can't be dynamic if he's on the sideline. So, it's execute those simple things. And I still need 20 plus carries. Yeah.
What in the
Yeah,
world?
they need to run the bone marrow out of Pacheco. I think that's part of it. No, for real. I need 20 plus carries from Pacheco again. I need 20 plus carries from Pacheco. Maybe get Clyde in there for about 8 to 10 carries. Hey man, you just this is a K this is a KISS game. And for everybody that knows that acronym of KISS, keep it simple, you know, and just do that, and then we be all right. So that to me, those are the keys for the offense for sure, right there.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm agree with you. Run. Pacheco 20 carries, um, and you run his butt. You know what I'm saying? If you got to run him to the ground,
Yeah.
do that. Him and Clyde, because Clyde has
Mm-hmm.
actually been playing a lot better. It may not show stat wise, but you see it in the games. Clyde been playing good. You
Yeah.
could tell, that Clyde is in a different space. He kind of was looking like he was. You could tell it was affecting him that he wasn't living up to the first round pick. I'm sure he hears the rumblings from the Chiefs Kingdom talking
Yeah.
about him. He's slow. He's this. He's that. But Clyde has actually been playing a lot better. You could tell he's a lot healthier than he's
Yes.
been. People have to understand. Yeah, he was coming off of injuries, and sometimes those slow you down because you don't trust a certain part of your body when you're coming off an injury because you're scared you're gonna hurt it again. So I think his mind is clear of that, and he's actually just playing football because he knows he's playing for a different contract. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Whether the Kansas City Chiefs say, "Hey, we'll give you a 1-year deal," or if he goes somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? He's
Facts.
playing for a contract next year, so
Yeah.
um, he's gonna play his best ball. So we definitely need him too, especially in the passing game too. We need Clyde. Um, this offensive line, man, if they play like they played last week, man, then Pat's gonna be comfortable because you know kudos to Donovan Smith. Kudos to Jawan Taylor. They played their asses off last week, and I get it. There's no like Bradley Chubb out there. There was no Jalen Phillips or any of the pass rushers, but they still had Melvin Ingram out there who was been playing pretty good. Um, they still had some guys out there that can still get after the quarterback, but for the most part, they held it down. Um, I even heard a story. I don't know if y'all saw it, but Nate Taylor told a story about how they were interviewing Donovan Smith at the locker room, and Andy Reid came back into the locker room after they do their little how about those Chiefs and do the little speech or whatever, and Patrick Mahomes gets up there and talks or whatever, and he said he went up to Donovan Smith and shook his hand right in mid interview, just shook his hand, said good job, you know you did your thing today. And then he looked at Nate Taylor and told Nate Taylor, now you write that down.
Mm. Andy, Andy low key cerebral, and they don't even know it, bro.
Yeah,
Andy low key cerebral, bro.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah, but for sure. But these offensive tackles, they got to play great, man. Um, they can't let Ed Oliver, even old Von Miller, they can't let them get off. Um, and Rasheed Rice, hit your playmakers, man. Rasheed Rice, Travis Kelsey, and every while now and then you try a deep shot to Miko. You try something. Definitely Justin Watson. I would like to see them try some stuff to Justin Watson. A little bit more. Maybe you hit him with one of them deep routes. Um, but you got to keep Buffalo honest because they say what you want. Their safeties are really good. You know what I'm saying? Even though
Mhm.
they're long in the tooth, they still are very good. And those guys can play. They can play in the box and they can play deep. So you got to challenge them deep to keep them honest. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna stack 8 in the box and they're gonna be like, we want to see if you can beat us.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you hit your playmakers in red zone efficiency. In this
Mhm.
game, I need y'all to score touchdowns.
Yeah, I love Harrison Bucker, but I don't need 4 field
Yeah,
goals.
yeah. I don't want him to be the star of the game.
I
You
like
know,
4 extra points, not 4 field
yeah.
goals.
Or at least at the very minimum, can you give me 3 and 3? So if
Hmm,
can I get 3 touchdowns? And if you got 2 to 3 field
that's fair.
goals,
That's
I'll
fair.
take that. I think that's reasonable. That's a fair exchange. 21 points and a couple field goals. I'll take that. I'll take that. I think we can win with this defense. You can win a football game with that. You can win a football game with that. So I think those on offense what we got to do. On defense, Mar.
Whew, man. Uh, it's because the defense has been so good all year. It's hey, hit Josh Allen, hit Josh
Mhm.
Allen, hit Josh Allen, hit Josh Allen, hit Josh Allen. That's the key to the
That's a good
um
one. Now.
to me. That's the key to the defense. Is hit his ass. Because to me that okay. Here's another caveat I throw in there. James Cook, let's slow him down because we look at the last game that was in Arrowhead. If we could have slowed down James Cook, we probably could have won that game.
Mhm.
Not only he was averaging almost 6 yards a carry,
Mhm.
um, then he was killing us in the passing game. So he was not only he wasn't just doing it in one style. He was just cooking us. No pun intended. So I would say. Let's stop the run of James Cook and Josh Allen first. And because I prefer having Josh Allen drop back 40 times because that gives us a chance to get the turnovers because he's going to give it to us if he
Mhm.
if he's dropping back 40 plus times. We gotta shore up the tackling and make sure that we hit these dudes. Here's one thing I want to point out that I don't think a lot of people are pointing out in this matchup for all you haters that's been on our jock all season talking about the Chiefs get all the penalties. I've seen so much LeBron James, La Flopper Flopper work from Josh Allen this year of this dude flopping to get these unnecessary roughing calls for the quarterback. It's been ridiculous. It's been hideous. So if our defensive front four can find a way to still hit him, but not fall for that okey doke of some bullshit roughing the passing call,
Wrap them
that
up.
yeah.
Wrap them up, and you won't have that problem.
Oh yeah, that too. So hey man, let's
Don't
play.
push him, because if
Yeah,
you push him, he'll. Oh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, I've been seeing it all year from Josh Allen. Is that soccer, FIFA, LeBron James flopping crap all season? So let's play some physical football on defense. Stop the run, play physical, wrap up, tackle, and I think everything else falls into place for the defense, man. Because Josh Allen he'll give you the turnovers. He's gonna give you the opportunities. That's his nature. So if we do that, that helps out. for sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh, so before we get to the key matchups and the score prediction, what's a concern for you in this game?
Honestly, the stopping the run. If you look at any flaw for the Chiefs, and even if you've seen games where things kind of got out of control, is we weren't able to control the opposition teams running, and the fact that it's not just James Cook, it's Josh Allen that's part of that.
Yeah,
Um, and I mean, we've seen it, and we talked about it one of the matchups on the show. I do not want to see him hurt on nobody. I do not need to see the done up plays of him hurling one of our linebackers to safeties. I do not need to see that. If we see that, man, we having a long day. Um, so that's probably really my only major concern. I think Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Nagy have finally, like you said, come to the grips of, hey man, we'll play into the strength of our defense, play into the play clock possession. Let's not get silly, and we'll take our shots when need be. When we see our opportunity. So I think the offense has finally come to grips with that. I'm not really worried about the offense. Not so much. I know that's pretty opposite of what we've all have said in Chiefs Kingdom. But once the offense is finally just all right, this is what we are. We're not putting up 30, 38. We'll give you 20, 21. We'll keep it at that. So yeah, I just don't let Josh Allen run out there like a wild stallion, and James Cook get crazy. And I know for a fact that they'll have that game in the bag.
yeah. DJ Ant, you there?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, I've been battling. I've been going in and out.
What's your biggest concern for this game? Mm,
Cannot allow the Buffalo Bills to get a fast early jump. That was the Pittsburgh Steelers' biggest mistake.
Mm,
mhm.
that's fair.
Like you cannot spot this team 10, 20 some odd points in a playoff game. I don't care. You cannot do that. I mean, even we know they've done it, and that's part of their. Unfortunately, it's part of the Chiefs' DNA. They're able to come back down by 10, but this year you do not have the weapons. You're not. Honestly, if it's going to be a close game, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I would much rather them be up by a field goal and have the defense to make the key stop than to
Mhm.
watch the offense try to put a game-winning drive together.
Mm,
That's probably what I'll say you have to avoid more than anything.
that's fair.
I agree with that. Even though in that setting, I think if Pat really wants it, he's gonna go try to go get it. I get it. These receivers aren't the greatest, but I think he's gonna get it to his playmakers' hands, and I think Andy will dial it up to at least get us in field goal range to tie it up, and we just take it to overtime and let the chips fall where they may. But I agree with you.
I agree.
I
I mean,
I
Pat.
agree. I know I agree with you
Yeah.
though. I would rather us what I'm saying, us go up by 3 and Josh Allen has to march the field on this defense. So yeah, I agree with that. I do.
Yep.
Um, what's the key matchup for you guys?
Ooh, damn.
Linebackers versus tight ends.
Yeah,
Mm,
I like that. I'm glad you pointed that out, and to elaborate a little bit more, like I was saying with Willie, and not over pursuing, getting running himself out of coverage, even to the point you said, Chris, of Drew Tranquil helping out in that aspect, either whether it's Kincaid or Knox, and Nick Bolton. We've seen him come up with some interceptions too. So
mhm,
it's literally because I got a great feeling that this is the game that we won't see a lot of Stephon Diggs get it. He'll probably have the targets, but I don't think he's going to have the production in this game. So they're going to have to rely on Knox and Kincaid to to pretty much jumpstart their offense.
Yeah,
And if our linebackers, who
Uh-huh.
who have been haven't been given the credit that they have been from the national media, and that's okay. Um, I think they've been one of the better linebacker cores in NFL, and
I
that
agree.
that's that's not even at full strength when there was times we were missing Bolton or times where Drew wasn't playing.
Hmm.
So and to me it goes beyond that. Even when Leo Chanel comes in, he's been great against the run. His
Right.
instincts have been great. Sniffing out screenplays, he's been fantastic at it. Um, hell, it's almost to a point where anybody that comes and plays linebacker this year, Spags has had them in the right position to make a play, and they've been showing out all year. So uh, I'm very confident that our linebacker core can go up against that tight end duo and do their thing, man.
What you got, DJ Ant?
He said it all for me.
For sure. I got this offense. Our defensive line versus their offensive line because they have a really good offensive line. If our front four can get home on some of these plays and make Josh Allen rush some of his throws while he's throwing it and
Mm,
get him off, you could possibly get it. Not even possibly, but there's more than likely chance you can get a turnover off of him. If Chris Jones is in his face, Charles Omenihu, Big George is in his face, Mike Dana, um, that would definitely, what I'm saying, be key. You know what I'm saying? We can get there with our front four and then our linebackers could just work. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Instead of having, Spags is gonna, excuse me, he's gonna blitz. Like that's just in his DNA. So he's gonna send Trent McDuffie or L'Jarius Sneed on the play or Shamari Connors or whoever he can to send on a blitz. That's part of his his playbook.
mhm,
But but for the most part, I would like our front four to be able to get there. I don't want to see them just getting stood up and nobody's getting home and Josh Allen's just sitting in the pocket and he's got all the time in the world. Like if Chris Jones can give us a big game, if George Karlaftis can duplicate what he did last week, Charles Omenihu too, because he's been great this latter part of the season. And if he can keep on stacking like he's been doing from the outside and the inside, I like this work from the inside. They've been using him more on that inside too. So if those poor guys can get there and make life difficult for Josh Allen, then I'm pretty confident say we can win this game for sure, for sure. So,
mhm,
all right, fellas, score predictions.
mm.
What you got, Mar?
I ain't gonna step out there like Joe said. He said, I'm getting this out the way quick, 37-17. But I will say, I think this might be very oddly similar to how Cincinnati went in there and dominated, controlled time possession, controlled the clock. And I can see 27-10, 27-10 Chiefs.
Okay. What you got, DJ Ant?
26-17.
Okay. Okay. Now on my other pod, we made our picks, and that was on Wednesday, and I said it was going to be a close game, 24-21, Buckner walk-off field goal. But with the injury report, um, us being healthy, the way this defense is looking, I'm going to go 24-14 Chiefs. 24-14 Chiefs. I think the score is not going to be indicative of the game. I think from the jump, we dominate the line of scrimmage, and Pacheco runs wild over them, and we just play keep away from Josh Allen in that offense and keep them on there, and they have less possessions than us, and we just when we need to cash in, we cash in, and this defense just plays stellar and gets a lot of 3 and outs, a lot of punts from Buffalo. So yeah, I'm gonna go 24-14 Chiefs. And we're on to the AFC Championship game.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Let's talk about the other games.
Mm,
Saturday we got 2 games. Kind of mirror images of each other if you really think about it, because you got The Texans with the young gun, C.J. Stroud, D'Amico Ryans going in to Baltimore Ravens, the perennial Super Bowl favorites. And they coming off of 2 weeks of, last time we saw this show where they were the number one seed, they rested and they looked rusty when they came
mm,
out. Lamar Jackson did not look good. Lamar Jackson is 1-3 in the playoffs, 1-3, and
mm,
he hasn't scored above 13 points in every playoff game that he's played in.
mm,
So, what do you guys think going into this game? And Marlon Humphrey is not playing in this game, so
mm.
take that how you want to take
Take it
that.
as you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Uh, Mar, what you got? What
Nico
you think?
Collins game. Yikes.
Yeah.
ooh, ooh. It to take what you said a step further. Last time we saw Lamar Jackson and their starters on offense, it was December 31st. It was till
Mm,
2023. So you go from December 31st till January 20th. That's 20 days off. I
mm,
mean, you talking about Rusty? Ooh. Hey man, all I say is I know that it takes 28 days to create a habit, and so they created 20 days of not playing football.
mm-hmm,
So take that as you may. I think that plays a big factor into this. I definitely think that the Ravens probably come out rusty as hell. But uh, uh, I think this is this is a Baltimore game by a field goal. Only by a field goal. It's going to be real tough to knock off the Ravens. I went against Houston last week. I really want to go Houston this week because 20 days off is crazy. That's crazy. And expecting a team that hasn't played in 20 days and just be in the mix of something impactful and intense like a playoff game. That's a lot to, get up for
mm.
emotionally. So I really do want to go Houston, but man, it's tough to go against what the Ravens are doing this year. So I think it's a field goal game. That great kicker that they got over there gets him a field goal to win this one. But Houston gonna scrap though. They gonna scrap.
What you got, Amp?
Rematch. I think the Ravens gonna jump on them early.
Mm,
Houston wakes up in the third.
okay.
The Ravens been blowing the way they lost their games were late, but they pulled off by a field goal.
Okay. Um, this one I went back and forth on a lot, you know, but I just think that defense is too equipped. Even with the Marlon Humphreys injury, that's huge. But I think they have enough on that front seven to give C.J. Stroud enough help, especially in their build. If this was in Houston, then we might be talking about something different. But in that cold up there with Baltimore, I think that plays a little bit too. Baltimore's type of style, running the football. Um, I see Gus Edwards and even Dalvin Cook getting some work. These tight ends, or the tight end, likely. Watch out for him.
Mm-hmm.
Likely has been playing really good football. That dude is going to get paid in the off season. Um, and I just think Zay Flowers and Odell's going to make enough plays to win this game. I think C.J. Stroud has a good game. I don't think he has a game that he had last week. But I think he has a solid game. One of those games like 220 yards and a couple of touchdowns. But ultimately, I got the Ravens winning by. I got them winning 24. No, I'll go 28-21. 28-21. All right, let's go
That's
with
fair.
the night game. Uh, you got Green Bay, another young team. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Jordan Love, he's actually been playing really well the latter part of the season. He played really well against the Chiefs. Um, and they went into to Dallas and took their lunch money, went into their house, ate all their food out their kitchen, put their feet up on their kitchen table and clipped their toenails,
You stupid.
stole all their silverware, and went home.
Terrible.
But no, uh, what y'all got, man? What y'all
Fake
thinking?
all pros.
The San Francisco 49ers, the vaunted San Francisco Brock Purdy 49ers.
Yeah, I think San Francisco, you know, they had the rest, they getting healthy. And
Mhm.
for me, that's probably one of the biggest things about San Francisco is their health. Um, they still been making it to NFC Championship games, a Super Bowl within the last 4 years, probably being one of the most hurt teams with most players on the IR. So look at them now. They're probably one of the most healthiest teams right now in the playoffs.
Right.
And that's scary. And obviously, it bodes well for Brock Purdy to have his team being healthy because we saw what happens when they got some injuries on the offensive side of the ball. But look, it was cute last week for Jordan Love and the Packers. That was dope what they did in Dallas, in Arlington. But this ain't the Cowboys. That ain't them. And Cinderella story, it was cute. And the most I can give is a 10-point difference in this game, and that's out of respect for what the Packers have even done of being in this playoffs.
Mhm.
But I can't see them uh, closing the gap that big on San Francisco. I think San Francisco puts it on them boys. I'm thinking more like a 31-10 type game. 100%. They're not 100% healthy, but a damn near close to perfectly healthy San Francisco team is a very dangerous team. Yeah, they're gonna they, they're gonna out physical. Their physicality is on another level. Packers can't match
Mhm.
that. I don't care
Yeah.
what Packers do. They can't match that physicality. So that's why I'm saying this is 31-10 type of game.
What you got? And
Green Bay, Green Bay got a nice receiving group, but San Francisco's a little better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, take the over. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm agree with Mark.
Green Bay gets some points, but
Yeah. I'm
Green Bay get points, but San Francisco going to have more.
yeah. I'm agree with Mar and you and I just think San Francisco is a better team. They're more physical when they're at least 95%. They're better than 100% Green Bay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a score of 35-21. San Francisco. So
Mm.
all right. Let's talk about the Sunday game before our game. The Baker Mayfield
Mm.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
I'm not going to watch that game.
Damn, you're not even gonna watch it
Not that one.
I'm
yet?
gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But I will say
If
this.
you would, if you'd have told me that both these teams would have been playing for a spot in the NFC title for the NFC title game, I would have thought you crazy. But we're
Here
here.
we are. Here we are.
Baker Mayfield, just like everybody predicted, playing the divisional game.
Yeah, this shit wild.
Tampa Bay and Detroit is like that Paul Rudd clip. Look at us. Look at us. Who would thought we'd be here? No one.
hey, that's the best way you can summarize this matchup. And it's not more of the Detroit Lions, it's more of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield being here in this position. Because I think the Lions have showed enough that they were going to make some noise this year. So I give them that respect. But I say the shoot well, because when these teams met earlier in the year, they was in Tampa Bay, like 20-6. Detroit got that one, and I think it's almost something similar. I know it's hard to beat a team twice in one season, but that Buccaneer magic eventually has to wear off, especially Baker Mayfield's magic has to wear off at some point in time. And I think this is it. I think this week that it happens. I'm going, but I will say this: it won't be a straight beat down. 2017 Lions. I think the Buccaneers are going to have enough to scrap because the Lions secondary is straight cheeks. Whoa, the way that Puka Nacua was cooking on them boys last week. You got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin coming to town, so you got some legit wide receivers you're gonna have to cover. But yeah, give me 2017 Lions on this one.
2017.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what to expect out of Baker Mayfield.
Hey, I only gave him that 17 points out of Godwin and Mike Evans. That had absolutely nothing to do with Baker. And I see that on like some slant plays, like Godwin gets a slant and just takes it to the house because of like he's that good at getting yak, not necessarily because of Baker Mayfield is throwing for 300 yards.
But you're right, that Detroit secondary is suspect. My goodness. I don't even know what to even the total on that game. 43, something like that.
Yeah,
It's gotta be somewhere in the number.
yeah, let me
Higher? Well, they are in a dome, so there's no elements.
That's what I'm saying.
Now they're saying over under 49.5, which I'm like, oh,
That's high. That's high for this game. That's not low. That's not low.
Yeah, I think that's relatively high for this game.
Yeah, because usually it's in the low 40s, high 30s in the postseason at this point in time.
Yeah.
But like I said, though, the
Sidebar.
Chiefs.
Sidebar. Did you see that reporter asked Ty Bowles
Yeah.
who was ready for the inclement weather for this game?
Hey, shame on her. Like, come on.
Right.
Shame on you. Why you
reporter, do your research, lady, if you don't know about football.
Shame on her.
Her nameplate been removed off her door. We good. I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw a dart in the air in the air somewhere. Maybe it lands.
Damn.
I mean, that's just realistic. I don't know what to expect because Detroit, they're one of those teams that I can see them sleepwalking and taking this game for granted because it's been a minute since they've been in this stage in the playoffs. I mean, it took them dang near almost all my life just to even get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how long it's been. So realistically, and then Detroit was scoring at will. I mean, right out the gate, but then they disappeared last in the latter part of the game.
Yeah. Let's be real. The
So,
Rams probably should have won that game.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not, and
they had the same problem we had. They couldn't convert in the red zone.
Eyeballs. I'm gonna go 24-20. Amuse me.
What? 24-20. Just either way. Just either way.
24-20 Detroit. Only because I'm giving Eminem a pass. That's why. I just want to see him. Give him a reason to be excited about Detroit. I mean, the Pistons suck. Detroit needs some good to come out of it. I mean, they can never have two things going right at the same time. So I'm convinced. I mean, somebody had to suck. So I'm convinced the Pistons had to suck. So Detroit gotta. I mean, that's just where my mind is at. Somebody gotta be good in Detroit. Something good gotta come out of it.
I mean, Michigan just won the national championship.
Yeah, but that's Ann Arbor though. They
That's true. You know Detroit.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
Here's my thing. Let me ask y'all a question. What if last week Detroit Super Bowl was last week?
I
What if
thought about that, but I couldn't bring myself to really go where you
what
going.
if the energy isn't the same? It's their first playoff game. They're facing Matthew Stafford. He's coming back in the buildings. We got to get up for this game.
Mm.
We have motivation. We got to beat that guy on the other side. So we wasn't, even though he validated by winning the damn Super Bowl, but we can't validate this trade.
I mean, 0-16 with a couple of years ago wasn't motivation enough. That's my head is at.
I mean, yeah, that's of course that's motivate, but it's added. It was the cherry on top. It was the icing and the cherry on top of Matthew
Yeah,
Stafford on the other end, and we got
inspired cherry.
fans up in here. We can get our first playoff win in years.
30+ years
What if they come in this game and it's like,
flat.
And low key, that's what I'm afraid of. That's why I said I don't even know if you want to entertain this game because I can see some crap like that happening. And then Baker Mayfield having retard mistake games. And I'm like, what the world is this?
what if? Now, let me ask y'all another question. Whose
And what if it was
defense?
Tampa Bay versus Green Bay?
Whose defense? Whose defense? Whose defense is better?
Exactly.
No, they still got some Super Bowl winners that's on that Tampa Bay defense. I trust that a lot.
Exactly.
I trust that. I trust that.
That's my point exactly.
I trust that a little bit more than what the cheeks of that secondary of Detroit been doing, man.
They still got Jamel Dean and Antoine Whitfield, who should have been an All-Pro this year.
Yes, he got snubbed.
He got snubbed. They still got some guys over there.
Vita Vea still is a good difference.
Devin White, he's still over there, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's pretty good. I thought he was pretty Vita Vea, like you said.
He's still doing his thing.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, Baker ain't got to do too much. He just got to do enough.
That's what I'm. But I would say
I thought about it. I didn't want to bring myself to go as far as you are, though. I thought about it, but I didn't want to go that far, though.
All you got to do is not let Aiden Hutchinson ruin the game. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I think this game is going to be close, and this is my upset of the week.
Ooh.
I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
going
into Detroit and beating them 20. No. I'm going to go high scoring. This is 31-28.
That's fair. I mean, who was that? What was that? The Florida Atlantic that had that miracle run last year, in the NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that being the next Florida story.
And then they get washed in the NFC Championship game. And then San Francisco just mud stops it. It's over by the first. That game gonna be over by the first quarter.
Honestly, Chris, I can see that because the team that's supposed to have been getting a little bit further was supposed to be Jacksonville, and sometimes you have those mistakes. Well, it wasn't that team in Florida; it was another team in Florida. I can see that, but I would say if Tampa going to win that game, they would have to give up less than 20.
Hey, Ant. Baker owe you some money.
Care about that? I never put any trust or any stock in Baker Mayfield at all. Never.
I tell you this though, they get to the NFC. Well, I think he's going to get another contract regardless. But they get to the NFC Championship, they're going to re-sign him. Probably
yeah,
I think they already re-signed him just based on the success.
Yeah, making it to the playoffs again. Especially coming behind Tom Brady. This team was supposed to not make the playoffs. They were supposed to be down. They supposed to be picking in the top 5 this year.
He'll be a starter next year. I mean, whether it be in Tampa Bay or somewhere else, but they'll be smart enough to get a backup quarterback after that.
He'll be in Tampa. He'll be in Tampa next year.
Yeah, they'll
at least give him a 2-year deal.
Yeah. They will. They or maybe a three with a third with the team option type thing going on, or maybe they give him the Geno Smith deal. You know what I'm saying? That 2 year deal type stuff like
How,
that. Nothing big, no big money, but you
No,
know,
how old is
20,
Baker Mayfield?
still like
he's
20,
only like 28.
yeah, 27, 28.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's still
yeah,
young. That's the
yeah,
thing. He's young. I do agree
barely.
with Country. I do agree with Country. If Baker had a little bit more touch on his throws, he'd be a whole lot better. Because sometimes he just be throwing rockets. Like, golly, Baker, man, 5 yards away from you, brother.
You be like,
Yeah,
damn, boy, you
he,
gonna
he
take
was
your shoulder
he
out trying to clean that
trying
rock,
to
bro.
trying to throw the football through his body. So, but yeah, that's my upset of the week.
I'm
Well,
not mad.
technically, the Chiefs is an upset because we're not the favorites.
I guess that's an upset. You know?
My rule is if it's three or less, it's not really an upset. That's just always
No,
been my rule.
it's
Because
not an upset.
realistically, it's a pick,
It's a pick 'em.
which which basically tells you everything you need to know as far as like how the media is hyping this whole thing up, and then how the books are treating it.
Vegas is like, nah, bro, we ain't hearing none of that shit y'all talking about over there on these networks.
Mhm.
We've seen this play out way too many times. We're not betting against Mahomes.
Bruh,
Uh-uh.
come on,
We're not betting against Andy Reid and Mahomes.
not doing
Would,
it.
would you? All I'm saying, would you be shocked if all of a sudden, for all those people that use William Hill, if all of a sudden the app was down around that 3 o'clock hour?
Get your bets
I
here
wouldn't.
now.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Get your bets
All
here
of a
now.
sudden, it's crashing because everybody want to put their money on the Chiefs.
Get your bets here now.
I would not be surprised because, and then they're gonna shut that whole in-game situation down.
Hey,
Hmm.
I already got mine in, so I ain't tripping.
I got mine in for tomorrow. I got my bet in
I
tomorrow.
saw that plus next to Casey. I ran to the app and said, "Oh yeah, we eating steak and lobster tonight on Sunday night, baby, because we is about to make some money." Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. All right, fellas. Should be a exciting weekend of football. It's gonna be something crazy is gonna happen. On
Always.
Monday, we're gonna be talking about something, whether it be involving with the Chiefs and Bills game or any of these other games. Something's gonna happen. A bad call, God forbid it be our game, but a bad call, a,
Oh,
a crazy interception or fumble, or a
it's all
upset. It might be, not the games that I pick. It might be one of them other games. It'd be an upset,
something crazy gonna happen, bro.
especially the team that wears purple. But
You a fool, bro.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But no, it should be a good weekend, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for us to make it to the AFC Championship game again.
Yes, sir.
And if it's Baltimore, we on y'all asses too. No,
I ain't scared of no Baltimore, man. But
I'm not really scared of them either.
but I keep seeing these scripts getting put out here saying Baltimore and San Francisco. Every time I look on the internet, there's a script out there.
Man, I ain't heard everything from the colors of the thing is red and
Yeah.
purple. 'Cause that's how it's been the last three. It could be black and neon green for all I care. And normally, the way I've always seen it every year, and I've
That'd
been
be
pretty
the
much been
Raiders
right.
and the Seahawks. You know that ain't happening.
And then somebody was saying that there was a conspiracy. They put an alternate logo up where it was blue and red, and then they started talking about the Chiefs and the Lions and stuff like that, and talking about that whole conspiracy. I ain't in there. The best teams will be in there. Everybody, I mean, I don't know what we safe to say that the majority of people are predicting Ravens and 49ers.
Hmm.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And then usually I'm trying to think, as far as like rematches of the regular season, it ain't happening. It's gonna be I would say one of those teams might be in, but the other team gonna be different.
I see San Francisco in more than I see Baltimore.
I do
I think
because the
I
path of
think
the
the road.
NFC.
Yeah, I think the road for San Francisco is like freaking cakewalk. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
they should smoke Green Bay, and then the next round pick your poison. I mean, regardless if it's Detroit
It's gonna
or
be Detroit.
okay, well, regardless of who it is, that's gonna
Mm,
be a smoker. That's gonna be a pack.
yeah.
That's a late
They
game.
they,
The
they
NFC
smoking on
the NFC
they
game is the late
smoking on
game too.
they smoking on Mufasa that day.
That Mufasa back.
Yeah. Shout out to
Uh,
Mufasa, but hey,
Because I just can't wait to be king.
it's gonna be
So
that serious.
the N
Scar, and Mufasa
Scar Pack.
right.
thrown right off the
So the
ledge.
NFC Championship game is the late game this year. The AFC has the early window.
Oh yeah, for the championship games.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. I'm glad we get our shit out the way.
Get it
I
done.
hate wait. I hate waiting for late night games. I do. Oh my god, the anxiety and it's just like, man, can we get this game?
Let's get it done and over with.
The
Can
day
we get this
it'll be
game?
a
That's how
day
it was
game, so it
last
won't be
year.
super cold. Yeah,
That's how it was
but that was a
last year. I
heavily
was
watched.
at work. I was at work.
Everybody's watching that game though, so that was definitely anticipated. I mean, it was only right, you know. I mean, granted, I get it. You know, they alternate. You know, whoever was last year. You know, but you know, we talking about the Chiefs and the Bengals last year, and shout out to
Who?
CBS for putting that
Who?
last year. Last year was that team that's not in the playoffs. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. I'm sorry. I was like, who are you? Who are they? Who they?
but but shout out to shout out to CBS though for putting that game on. You know, the replay of that last week in place of the Bills game last week. You know, I thought that was just I thought it was funny. I thought it was very amusing. They put a replay of that game. I said, oh,
What?
just the first reminder I needed.
What
They put
replay? What? They put the
they put the
13
replay of
seconds?
the last year's no the AFC Championship game. They
Oh,
put the replay on that in place of the Bills and the Bills game last week because they had moved it to Monday. I said,
hey,
I wanted.
you know what somebody said? That would be so hilarious that the Chiefs games goes into overtime.
I saw
Josh,
that.
Josh Allen marches down the field and kicks a field goal, and then Patrick Mahomes goes down and scores a touchdown. And so the rule that they want to change ultimately kills them.
But bro, I saw that. I had saw that.
Get beat in their own rules.
Oh, they rechange. Then they're gonna have get another possession.
Nah, I don't. Nah, we don't want those overtime rules. I don't want to see that game go to overtime. They just need to get over regulation.
Yeah, that's what
Like
I
I
say.
said, you know, worst case scenario is that you know if the game is tight, I'd rather see the defense close it out. That's why I said that's. And, I mean, granted, you know, I got the win by nine. At my mindset before I saw all these injuries. And I would say if they were healthier, it would probably come down to a situation where it came down to a fourth down stop. That's
Mhm.
what I was thinking initially. But you know that long injury report, you know, I mean, and the Chiefs know it firsthand, you know, from the Super Bowl, you know, with all them injuries that told up at the wrong time. That's just what happened. The injury report beat them, and Tampa Bay just took advantage.
Yeah. And hey, man, you're
Give me the
gonna have
Chiefs. Give
injuries.
me the Chiefs by nine.
Football players get hurt every day. B.
Every
You
day.
tough. You tough.
Hmm.
It is what it
I was
is.
saying though, but I was saying those. I know I was getting all choppy earlier. I said, wouldn't that be bitter? Because like the league basically got beat by a man with one leg. How funny would that be for the league to basically get beat by a team with no receivers, basically.
Mm.
Man, hey, man, it is what it is.
Happened.
Jordan had Scottie Pippen and Bill Winnington and Judd Butler,
BJ
but
Armstrong.
Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
But even so, that would be very Jordan-esque as far as with Mahomes because we always talk about even cross like going over to the cross references. We talk about Jordan how he was stopping for the likes of people like Ewing and Miller, being able to win championships and everything. Mahomes would be doing the exact same thing to Josh Allen, and he had that wake up. He redeemed himself last year by beating Burrow, obviously. But Mahomes, that would be a further testament to that statement as far as like him being compared to Jordan.
I mean, as far as the team that shall not be named on this podcast right now, uh,
The stripes.
we are we're 3-2.
Hey,
And yes, I'm counting this game this year because hey, it is what it is.
You
We're three and
lost.
two against we're 3-2 against them. What's going to what are they going to hang their hat on when we beat them next year? 3-3. What are they going to do?
I don't even pay that shit no mind. Because at
Would
the
the
end of
Bengals
at
would
the end
they
of
be in the schedule this year or next year?
Yeah,
Mm,
it's the hottest
Would
rivalry
they?
in football right now. They know
It
that's
is,
about
but
to.
even it is, but I don't think. I mean, the only way that would happen is they get to the playoffs. I mean, assuming they get there, but I don't think who the Chiefs play. What division they put the Chiefs play next year?
I think they
the
play
The
the.
South.
West?
I think they play the NFC North next year. AFC North.
No, no. I thought they played the South. I thought they played the South and the West this coming year.
Even so, I think they put them on the schedule. You know how they have a couple of
Yeah,
games up there that they just
I
put on there.
know.
It's like 2 games they put on there. That's like one
No,
non-conference. And then
we'll see them because
But
we played AFC South last year. We played the AFC East this year, so we got the North next year. So we'll see them.
yeah,
yeah, that's what I thought.
but
I thought
but
we played the North next year.
Yeah, we'll see them.
but just a little. I ain't trying to say nothing, but the Chiefs play the 49ers next year
That's
in San Francisco.
that's fine.
I ain't trying to put a plug in nobody's ear in nobody's ears and everything, trying to make all this crazy speculation like about colors and stuff like that. But y'all know how these people they like these rematches. Oh,
That's
they gotta run it back versus
Well,
the Eagles.
they're gonna be butthurt anyway when we have Brandon Ayuk on the team.
That's wishful thinking.
Hey, I wouldn't mind Brandon Ayuk wearing red and gold.
I wouldn't mind it either, but the smoke gotta get a little bit clearer as far as like what happened to free agency and who gets re-signed and I'm just waiting to cross. Actually, I'm not even gonna talk about that bridge. Let's just get through these playoffs first. I ain't ready to cross that bridge yet. Every year McDermott loses and fires a coordinator. Well, technically the defensive coordinator get fired. I mean, he left.
he
Technically,
walked away.
Yeah, he walked away.
yeah, he
Man,
walked away.
he got fired.
Yeah, they did Leslie Frazier dirty, dog.
They did, man. Oh, and he ain't gonna get no head coaching job this year.
Oh, but hey, what can
I
you
want to
say?
know who's gonna take that commander's job.
I don't know. It sounds like they not gonna even give it to EB, bro.
Nah,
No, they,
no, he didn't give it to him.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't.
However,
There was
however,
EB
how
there
amusing.
under that contract that they signed him that was, had all these guarantees and money figures and incentives and shit. If you don't gonna get a man the job, I
Now, I'm not saying Bieniemy should make any more lateral moves, but with this being basically, I mean, because Tomlin is expecting his contract to be extended. I mean, I get that, rightfully so. I mean, his resume speaks for itself. But how fun would that be if EB just said, you know what, screw Washington, I'm gonna be the offensive coordinator
For
for the
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh Steelers,
I wouldn't mind that. You're definitely gonna run the
and then
football.
and then
You're gonna get Pickens
go
the
get a
ball.
court. I could see Russell Wilson making his way over to Pittsburgh. I honestly can. I can see that.
I don't know. They recommitted to Kenny Pickett. So
yeah,
Oh God,
they crazy, bro.
they
he need to
said
get
Kenny
picked
Pickett.
over. He need to get
I
picked
think he
over,
has a
picked
short.
off.
Personally, I think he has a short lease next year. I think
That thing
Pittsburgh's
gonna
going to be
be.
smart and sign somebody behind him, like a Garner Minshew or somebody like
Yeah.
that. Because at least Garner can he gonna get the ball to the right guys. for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Or they better move. Or they, be, or they
Even though
better
they
move up in
throw,
the draft.
yeah, they better go get
Or could
somebody.
they? Or could
Maybe,
they
or maybe,
be
or
in?
maybe Penix drops to them because that could be a possibility.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I
Penix,
was thinking.
Mm.
Penix could drop to him. I can see that. Unless he
Mm-hmm.
just has a great combine. I know he's playing in the Senior Bowl, so unless he kills it at the Senior Bowl and the combine, I don't see Penix being a top 10 pick because people are going to be scared
Nah.
of his age and they're going to be scared of his injury history.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Over
I
at
could see,
Indiana,
yeah, so I could see Steelers taking him
I could.
um, if he drops. So, and then they be, I mean, I would take a flyer on him. It can't get no worse.
That's
Would they? Would
It
that's
cannot get no worse. And with the worst, they still making the playoffs.
yeah. If they made it to what they did this year, make it to the playoffs at 10-7, what they had, yeah,
right?
that's a fair fact.
I mean, there's a lot of
E- e-
interesting all-season things
even
out
though
there. You
there's some
know.
things about even though there's some things in that national championship about Penix, kind of makes me leery. He didn't look
Yeah.
comfortable whatsoever in that game. Like,
So
and
that line didn't stand a
big
chance
spot,
against Michigan.
and that's supposed to be the best. It was supposed to be the best overall in the nation.
Oh, they hadn't been lying to y'all because that didn't look like it.
Yeah, that right
They
tackle is
basically.
terrible. I don't know what he was doing. He was just
Hey,
I
but
there
thought
was
that.
so many snaps where they hiked the ball and he was like, "Oh, we playing football," and defensive man ran right around.
I thought that game spoke volumes about the Pac-12 compared to the
Yeah,
Big 12, Big 10, Big whatever they want to call themselves, Big Dummy League, whatever, and then
about
they
30
expanded.
teams next year
mm,
in
or,
each
or-
conference.
yeah, well, for
And
me,
then,
it's always Big Ten and SEC, really.
and
And
then they're gonna have the expansion, and Oklahoma gonna start getting their butt whipped over there on the SEC.
Oklahoma about to get straight dog walked in the SEC, bro. They about to
How
get
y'all
dog
how
walked.
y'all think Texas is gonna do?
Well, I mean, I think they gonna be all right. They can hang with Bama and LSU. I don't know if they can hang with Georgia, but they'll be able to hang with Bama and LSU.
I think Texas takes a step back because having to face going into Bama, that's respectable. I completely get that by all means, but when you're going against SEC teams back to back to back to back, that's a different animal than just putting them on the schedule
Mizzou
one
gonna be
time.
better. Mizzou gonna be something to reckon with next year because
Hell yeah,
they bringing so many players back.
yeah. And Luther Burden ain't declared yet.
I think he's coming back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they come back.
Yeah, I think he's coming back. So yeah, you got Luther, you got Cook still there.
Mm-hmm.
Now the running back situation might change because Schrager is going to be in the draft. So
Yeah,
they're gonna
I'm
definitely got to
surprised
get
you know.
another.
yeah. But Mizzou gonna be all right. I mean,
Oh, I know they and they're getting some recruits in, some guys
that's
in
what I
the
was about to
transfer portal.
say. They've been able to
Mhm.
recruit some of that SEC talent pool and get some transfers through the transfer portal
Mhm.
and been able to hang. I mean, you look what they did this year, man. Had they able to get that Georgia game and pull that
Mhm.
out because
Mhm.
they Georgia did not. They was in Georgia. They was in
Mhm.
Athens, and they did not put away Missouri.
Mhm.
Missouri killed themselves.
Cook threw that
Yeah,
pick. He threw
Yeah,
that
once
I
pick.
saw that. I saw that game. I said Georgia get. I said either the referee's going to hose this Missouri team, or Missouri's going to implode. But
it was a weird pick too, and the defensive line
yeah,
don't post to get them shits.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
but you know what? With the expansion of the playoff, though, so that actually helps.
12 teams.
12 teams. Yep. And
So
Missouri would have they would
they'll
have been
find a
there.
way to screw over team number 13.
Well,
I don't
Missouri
care.
would
Look, I don't want to hear nothing from Team 13. It's one thing for the top four, but I don't want to hear nothing
shit.
from Team 13. You should have made it. We've been ranked
Hey,
13, man. You better be lucky. Take this Pepto Bismol ball and shut up.
take this OnlyFans bowl and shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Right.
Put this shirt on while you're at it.
Yeah. Yeah, we even got a goodie bag for you here.
Free subscription.
I mean,
check
at
all
the end,
check
at the
out
end of the day, the best teams will show.
foes. Check out all your local 3 foes trying to make it.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and land this thing. And give a shout out to Bet Us where the games begin. If you go to our Twitter page or X, whatever you want to call that damn app, Elon Musk. If you go to our Twitter page in the pin section, you'll see the whole direct link for Bet Us. If you sign up, you get 125% signing bonus. That's up to 30 risk-free bets, whether you're doing the online casino gaming or sports betting. You get 30 risk-free bets when you sign up. And also you could put join 125 in the promo section, and it'll go through. So shout out to Bet Us.
That's like a bowl game right there. The
Also, shout out to Glitch Energy Drink. Give me a second. There you go. Glitch Energy Drink offers a wide range of delicious flavors to suit everyone's taste preferences, whether you're into fruity flavors like Maui Punch and Cherry Bomb or prefer something unique like Blue Smurf and Grenades. There's something for everyone. Glitch Energy Drink is not only great for gamers and workout warriors, but also for everyday people who simply need a boost of energy. It's a healthy choice that you can feel good about, and you can find more information and purchase Glitch Energy Drink at glitchenergy.com. Once again, glitchenergy.com. Remember to use the promo code AHChiefPod to get 10% off your purchase and start enjoying the benefits of this delicious, energizing drink.
I might need some of that glitch for the Detroit game.
Hey,
You wild, bro.
why you dumping on Tampa Bay and Detroit like that? They don't get opportunities like this all the time. Well, Tampa Bay was getting it with Tom Brady, but still.
Hey, I mean, and ain't lying. That's probably the worst matchup of this weekend.
It is the worst matchup. I wish it was the
I
Rams.
took,
Somebody else.
if Detroit wins, I'll watch 8 Mile all week.
More
All
spaghetti.
week.
In order the Blue Smurf glitch energy drink while watching it too. Hoping they beat probably the 49ers.
Oh Lord.
Everybody in the 313. Oh, sorry.
Right. It's a private school. Ooh.
Here goes. Dim here goes.
With the Detroit Cheddar Bob jersey.
If you look down at the bottom, you see the link emqpodcast.com/locker-room. If you go to that link, you see the locker room access of all the podcasts under the Every Morning Quarterback umbrella. They have a 49ers one, they have a Jets one, they have a Patriots one, and they have ours, Arrowhead Chief Podcast. Click on our banner. You'll see all our episodes from the recent to the past ones. So go ahead and follow us. Also, follow their YouTube channel. They talk about everything league wide. You know, they talk about they just talked about the playoffs. You can go to their YouTube channel or you can go to their Twitter page, EMQ Podcast. Also, they talk about college football. They give you betting tips for the week too. So go ahead and check them out. They can make you some money. So shout out to them at Every Morning Quarterback. And whatever streaming platform you use, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon, whatever you use to listen to your your podcast on, Arrowhead Cheap Podcast is on there. Also, if you're a first time watcher on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, hit that like button. So when we drop our lives on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Fridays, you can go ahead and jump into the live and be with Nani and Joe, sometimes Brian, and a few other people who like to join our lives and speak on whatever we're speaking about when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, man, do that. And whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, and Threads, whatever you use, more so of. The Arrowhead Chief Podcast is on there. AH Chief Podcast. Go ahead and follow us. We'll follow you back. Now, Hollywood. Where's my guy, Joe, at? I know you're here, Joe. I know you're here. We Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Always up to no good. But go ahead and follow us. Give us critiques. Give us feedback. Go ahead and give us questions y'all want us to answer. Topics when it comes to the Chiefs or NFL related questions and topics. Go ahead, hit us up, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll follow you back. We'll shout you out on the show for the question that you ask or the topic that you bring up. We want to bring y'all the best Chiefs content that we can give you. So go ahead and do that for us. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, into a dub for the weekend. See y'all at the AFC Championship game.
You heard?